feel horrible. And I'm accepting the punishment that I got coming.
Right now, the man who admitted to killing Brittany Zimmerman nearly 15 years ago says he's ready to accept his fate. Plus, this weekend marks the 50th anniversary of the landmark Roe v. Wade decision, with demonstrations and rallies supporting both sides planned across the country. This is News 3 Now at noon. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Kane. It's been almost 15 years since UW student Brittany Zimmerman was killed inside her apartment in downtown Madison. Today, her family gets the news they've been waiting for. Her killer will spend the rest of his life in prison without a chance of ever getting out. Breaking in just the last hour, David Call was sentenced to life in prison with no possibility of early release. Judge Chris Taylor handed the sentence down after hearing from Zimmerman's family and Call himself. After pleading guilty late last year, Call told the judge he would not be asking for a chance of early release.
I would like to apologize to everybody, especially the Zimmerman family. I took away Brittany's 21-year-old life, family that she could have had.
After Call spoke, Brittany Zimmerman's aunt wanted the chance to speak. This is what she had to say before the judge made her decision.
I'm grateful. I'm grateful. My entire family is grateful that he is in agreement with the request to never be paroled on extended supervision, because I think it's important for the court to know that we will fight forever. We will fight until the day he is dead, that he stay incarcerated. He has had 15 years of freedom, in which we have had zero freedom in all reality. And so I just need to have the last word on that.
Zimmerman's family is scheduled to speak along with members of the Madison Police Department this afternoon. We will carry that news conference live online starting at 1 o'clock. You can watch it in its entirety on the Channel 3000 app, and we'll have more coverage on the sentencing later today starting on Live at 4. Meanwhile, it's day 4 of the Marcus Randall L. trial. The former Badger football player is facing first-degree homicide and weapons charges for the death of Brittany McAdory and Sierra Winchester. This morning, a Janesville detective and digital forensics examiner took the stand. Both explained their roles in the investigation, analyzing cell phone data from other witnesses who testified and one of the victims. The court also heard from a woman who works at the Janesville TA Express. She collected surveillance video where the two victims were last seen before they were shot. Our Catherine Merck will share minute-by-minute updates on her Twitter page. Just follow the Twitter handle at the bottom of your screen for the very latest. New today, the Dane County Jail project will not be on the April ballot. The county board rejected the proposal to have voters decide on the issue last night. It goes against pleas from the Dane County Sheriff and County Executive for an alternative plan to address jail overcrowding and conditions. The question would have asked voters for up to $13.5 million to keep the project alive. It called for a new tower up to 6 stories and renovating the public safety building to include up to 825 beds. Now, the future of the Dane County Jail remains uncertain. Let's head to the Weather Center now. Julian Seawright has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. Just a January day out there.
Oh, yes, absolutely right, Mark. We're still dealing with another cloudy day throughout much of the upper Midwest, and it's going to be like that for the next few days for us. Taking a look at how our afternoon will stack up. Well, it's going to be cloudy, but at least we're not going to be seeing too much in terms of activity. Temperatures will be into the 20s, and they're going to stay into those upper 20s throughout the rest of the afternoon, heading into this evening before we go into tonight, where they're going to drop into the lower 20s. But for right now, temperatures around southern Wisconsin, 30 in Janesville, 29 in Platteville. You can see the theme here, upper 20s, low 30s is really what we're going to hold on to throughout much of our afternoon. But it is dry at least. We did have a couple of flurries, some early snow showers. Those are cleared up. May see a couple of flurries for some areas later on, but overall things are going to stay rather quiet. Now, we did see a little bit of trace amounts of some snowfall over the last about 12 hours coming in from the overnights into this morning, but it was really just decorative snow to make make things look pretty throughout much of our afternoon. Tonight, our temperatures will fall into those lower 20s. Cloud cover will stick around, but we're going to give a preview of what the weekend's going to be stacking up, Mark, because we could see some snow on the way.
All right, and no sun.
And no sun.
All right, Julian, thank you. The battle over reproduction rights will be on display this weekend. Today, anti-abortion voices will be heard in the nation's capital, while on Sunday, abortion advocates will commemorate the 50th anniversary of the Roe v. Wade decision. John Lawrence reports.
The 50th annual March for Life is taking place in Washington, D.C. Friday. This marks the first time the anti-abortion rally has taken place since the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, which took away the constitutional right to abortion. Jeannie Mancini, the president of March for Life, said on its website, quote, "This year will be a somber reminder of the millions of lives lost to abortion in the past 50 years, but also a celebration of how far we've come." However, not everyone has the same point of view.
Catholic Ireland provides women with more rights on reproductive health care than do parts of America. It's just strange to talk about America going backwards instead of moving forwards.
Sunday marks the 50th anniversary of the Roe v. Wade ruling, and Vice President Kamala Harris will deliver an address in Florida. According to a senior administration official, Harris will speak about the White House's commitment to abortion access and will make the case for national legislation to protect reproductive rights. In the meantime, sides remain split on the matter.
What happens when these unwanted children are born? Who will take care of them? We need to have ideas that are forward-facing, that take ideas from both sides of the aisle, because this issue isn't going away and affects women every single day.
I'm John Lawrence reporting.
A women's march will also be held in Madison on Sunday, beginning at 11 o'clock on the Library Mall. Demonstrators will then march to the Capitol for speeches at 1 o'clock. A Speak Out will also be held in the Capitol Rotunda. Scented candles sold at discount retailer Ross Dress for Less are being recalled because of a fire hazard. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says the Taylor & Finch 6-wick scented candles can combust when lit, causing the glass container to break. The recalled candles are spiced apple and rosewood and cherrywood and clove. At least 5 incidents were reported to the company and 2 people were injured. The candles can be returned for a refund. Well, legendary singer and songwriter David Crosby has died. His family said the 81-year-old died yesterday after a long illness. Crosby was an iconic figure in folk rock music for more than 6 decades. He was a founding member of 2 memorable groups, the Byrds and Crosby, Still and Nash. Crosby continued performing until last May when he announced his retirement. Though he's gone, his music is sure to live on forever. And we'll be right back.
$14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late to our warehouse and must be sold. This is your chance to save as much as 85% while it lasts. Save 55% instantly on this Ashley Sleep Hybrid mattress. Now just $5.99. Only at Ashley.
In need of home repairs? From stairs and railings to roofing and plumbing, Habitat Dane County works alongside families to ensure safe, stable housing for years to come. Qualifications are based on income, need, and willingness to partner. Don't delay. Apply today.
I'm a little old to count down the days, but my ski trip to Cascade Mountain with my cousin each year, so much fun. We used to pretend like we were flying. Now, we really do. My dad and my uncle like that we still ski free. But Noah and I, we just have fun. See you there.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brooks Night Guard. Now, the Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to brooksnightguard.com and order yours today.
Put the finishing touches on your bathroom with the Mica one-handle faucet from Moen. Its high-arc design creates a beautiful and timeless aesthetic while resisting water spots and fingerprints. Pick one up today for $109.99. Find everything you need for your painting projects. We have the best brands, best quality, and best prices on Pittsburgh paints. Find the right color and style for your home and save big. Pick up a gallon of Pittsburgh Ultra interior paint for only $14.97.
Save big money at Menards.
Furniture and Appliance Mart's $14 million sell-off is happening now. Millions of dollars worth of product arrived late and must be sold. Whirlpool microwaves now just $199. Amana washer and dryer pairs now just $9.99. At Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley off the Beltline in East Springs Drive.
U.S. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen told lawmakers her department has invoked extraordinary measures after the U.S. hit its $31 trillion debt limit yesterday. Those measures, which include delaying contributions to government employee retirement funds, should allow the country to avoid default for the next few months. It's up to Congress now to raise the country's borrowing cap. It's done that roughly 80 times since the 1960s. Tickets for this weekend's divisional NFL playoff games are some of the most expensive ever. According to Ticket IQ, the average secondary market ticket cost for Sunday's Dallas Cowboys-San Francisco 49ers matchup topped a record-shattering $1,400. Not far behind is Saturday's primetime playoff game between the New York Giants and Philadelphia Eagles at a secondary average ticket price of $1,100. And speaking of breaking records, Pizza Hut is hoping this is the world's largest pizza. Work on the massive 14,000 square foot pizza began on Wednesday at the LA Convention Center. The company says the finished product was cut into 68,000 slices and donated to local charities and food banks. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
Let's check Wall Street at the noon hour. The Dow Industrial's up today, 111 points. The NASDAQ up 169. The S&P 500 up 35. Our call for action volunteers are in the building, taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. You're taking a live look at the Call for Action studio. Volunteers are here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, so you can call for action right now at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Next at noon, Pam has today's egg prices, and Julian has our weekend forecast. And then today on Live at 4, we stop by Amara for some Italian cuisine and a preview of Restaurant Week. That's today at 4.
Do you have a coffee smile? Drinking coffee causes yellow teeth for thousands of people just like you. And whitening toothpaste just doesn't make those stains go away. Introducing Power Swabs, the first teeth whitening system that lifts coffee stains off your teeth in less than 5 minutes without whitening strips or trays.
The Power Swabs were so easy to use. I don't have to have strips sitting on my face for an hour. I don't have to have a foam tray where I feel like I'm going to gag or I'm going to go play football. I've tried like every over-the-counter whitening because, you know, I'm one of those people that like obsessed with white teeth.
So with the strips I've used in the past, most of them are like you got to leave it on for 30 minutes and the whole experience is just not comfortable. But with Power Swabs, I just snapped it open and rubbed it on and it was good to go.
Just didn't sting, it didn't burn, it didn't have an aftertaste. It was just a swab and I just got to rub it around my teeth, and that was it.
The secret is a tooth detergent and whitening agent developed by Dr. Martin Ginniker that lifts stains off of your teeth. Power Swabs remove stains on natural teeth, veneers, bonding, caps, and crowns. The best part is you just swab your teeth for 5 minutes and you'll have whiter teeth. No more sitting at home with a whitening strip or tray in your mouth for 30 minutes twice a day.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was zero sensitivity.
Within the first day with the Power Swab, I noticed there was a difference. I really love the fact that you're able to go individually on each tooth and make sure that it's going to be wider.
Call for your 5-minute solution to whiter teeth. Whiten your teeth this new year by ordering Power Swabs and receive up to 50% off the regular price. Yes, 50% off the regular price. Shipping is free, plus you'll receive a free Quick Stick pen. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Octavia Spencer brings the excitement. You're known for your expressions. I can't hide what I'm thinking. That last one was free stuff. Get ready for her biggest reaction yet.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3.
News 3 Now and St. Vincent de Paul are collecting new and gently used blankets for our neighbors in need. You can drop them off at any Dane County St. Vincent de Paul store or participating area churches January 27th through the 29th. Please donate and recycle the warmth.
The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Let's check in now with Pam Yaki from the Midwest Farm Report on this Friday.
Feels like a lot more like a January Friday out there. Looks like a January Friday now for a change out there, that's for sure. And, you know, the good thing is, as far as this week was concerned for a lot of folks in agribusiness, a lot of the events were concluded as far as conventions, meetings, etc., before the weather started giving us a little bit of a hiccup. During Dairy Strong, which wrapped up yesterday at the Monona Terrace Convention Center, they presented a few awards to some of our Wisconsin elected officials that help out with policy development and advancing some of the things that we need for Wisconsin agriculture, including agriculture exports. They gave the Legislative Champion Award to Senator Joan Ballwig from Markesan, Representative Tony Kurtz representing Southwest Wisconsin. The Dairy Business Association said they were thankful particularly for Ballwig and Kurtz's efforts on our agriculture export efforts. They also gave Lifetime Achievement Awards to former Representatives Don Vrewink and Gary Token as they wrapped up their 2023 Dairy Strong event. This is all about agriculture, right? Got to tell you, today is National Cheese Lovers Day. That's obviously a big deal for the state of Wisconsin. Did you know the official word for somebody that loves cheese is turophile? Turo is the Greek word for cheese, and the English ending phile is for lover. So cheese lovers, you are turophiles today. A lot of different things that you can do when it comes to Wisconsin cheese. If you're looking for some suggestions, maybe a fromage-filled getaway, they've got it at wisconsindairy.org. Just take a look and celebrate National Cheese Lovers Day today. Not a lot of celebrating as far as our cheese is concerned, I'm afraid, in Chicago. Barrel cheese down 5.5 at $1.58. 40-pound block cheese drops 9.5, $1.83.5. I don't know how the butter finished. They haven't settled up those numbers yet, Mark. I know one of the reasons why we're seeing our barrel and block cheese suffer a little bit right now is we're getting a lot of pressure from Europe. They want to start bringing their specialty cheeses into the United States, and it costs discounts. So right now the emphasis is on watching what's going on with Gouda. Apparently that's one of their first specialty cheeses they want to go toe-to-toe with us here in the United States on. So kind of a developing story I'm going to have to watch.
All right, thanks for the Gouda news.
Yeah, right.
Have a good weekend.
Have a good one.
We'll leave it there. Professional bull riding is rapidly expanding beyond the Wild West. Bradley Blackburn shows us how the world's best bull riders are drawing in a new generation of fans while holding on to tradition.
Of all the places where a cowboy can take the ride of his life, New York City's Madison Square Garden might seem the least likely. But recently, this legendary arena was filled with professional bull riding fans, not all of them wearing cowboy hats.
If it could infiltrate New York City, then yeah, it's coming.
It's just exciting. It's different. It's not your everyday sport.
Professional bull riding's growth catapulted during the pandemic, with those 8-second rides a perfect fit for TikTok. The league launched pro bull riding teams in several cities. PBR CEO and Commissioner Sean Gleason.
Our television viewership and our ticket sales and attendance for what we do are rivaling several of the other sports.
These bulls are bred to buck. They weigh some 1,800 pounds, 10 times the size of the riders. They're trying to stay on for 8 seconds. Those riders are holding tight for real rewards. 2022 world champion Dalen Swearingen has won more than $2 million.
Once this gate opens, it's got to play out however God wants it to.
The 23-year-old from upstate New York already has a lifetime's worth of injuries.
Shoulder surgery, hip surgery, foot surgery. I had a surgery on my jaw.
Those high stakes are one reason PBR is attracting so many eyeballs. It's also drawing protests from some animal rights activists.
They're not mistreated. They're worth $500,000 to $1 million.
What Gleason sees is another frontier in sports betting, and he's focused on recruiting new riders.
We're only gated right now by the number of bull riders we can get on bulls.
A sport that's roping in fans and proving interest in the Wild West runs coast to coast. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And PBR events air exclusively on CBS Sports with a pre-pandemic average of more than 1 million viewers per broadcast. Well, Julian, if this weather thing doesn't work out, you do a little bull riding.
I don't know about that one. People get a little too hurt for me. But let's go ahead and talk about the weather, which I have a little bit more of a knack for. Let's talk about how much snowfall we've seen. Well, we did get a little bit of a dusting overnight. Well, so far for this season in particular, we've gotten about 18.2 inches of snowfall. That's mainly from December 1st to about now. So taking a look at our winter and how it stacks up on average, we're just about an inch, almost 2 inches lower than normal for this time of year. Our average snowfall is close to around 20 inches by the time we get into our January 20th. But taking a look at the snow depth, far north has really gotten some nice snowpack, but from the recent storm that rolled throughout the upper Midwest, we got just a little bit, about a couple of inches, and it's mainly from Dane County into the northwest where we're seeing any kind of snow depth because our friends in the southeast didn't really get much of anything. Now, taking a look at our drought monitor, that's probably the best news. We're not having any kind of drought at all, and normally dry over towards the southeast, but overall, we are doing fantastically in regard to our droughts. Now, taking a look at our surface map, things are going to stay rather quiet. It's a typical January type of day for us. It's going to be cloudy. Temperatures will be into the 20s. Taking a look outside, it's pretty much exactly what we have, but at least we have some decorative snow on our buildings and on our grass. Throughout much of the rest of today, we may see a couple of flurries, but not going to see much in terms of snowfall throughout the rest of this afternoon. It's going to be cloudy, and temperatures will be into the upper 20s. So, once again, just your typical type of January. Going into tonight, temperatures will fall near 20 degrees. Lower 20s is going to be expected. Tomorrow, upper 20s, once again, a cloudy day. But the change is really going to come once we get into our Saturday night. Snow showers are expected, upper 20s, mostly cloudy. Heading into Sunday, because of those snow showers developing so late, we're going to be looking at some snow showers going into our Sunday morning. So, let's walk through the rest of this evening for us. But this afternoon, temperatures will be in the upper 20s. We're going to see some breaks in cloud cover to the west. Around tonight, it's going to be on the chilly side, especially with those lighter winds coming in from the northwest, which are going to taper off once again. Heading into Saturday morning, a cold one, but still not much activity. May see a couple of flurries just southwest of Madison, but it's not going to be much activity. Heading into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, upper 20s. It's another typical, very January-like day for us here in southern Wisconsin. And then as we get into our Saturday nights, that's when we'll start to see developments, especially around the midnight and 1 o'clock hour. We're going to start to see some snow rolling its way into southern Wisconsin, mainly hitting it from Platteville, Monroe, and Janesville, and parts of Dane County as well. This will continue throughout the overnight hours leading into our early Sunday morning. And around 7 o'clock hour is when we're going to start to see it start to fizzle out and move a bit more southeast to our friends in Milwaukee. But we can still see a couple of flurries, maybe even some snow showers as well. Now, take a look at our 3 things we'll need to know. It'll be quiet and cloudy over the next stretch of days. Temperatures will stay rather cold, but still seasonable for this time of year. And on top of it, we'll also have some snow showers developing. So things are still going to stay rather wintry-like. Now, taking a look at our 10-day forecast forecast over the next few days. It's going to feel like January, and at least it's going to look like winter. Plenty of snow opportunities, mainly light snow opportunities throughout the next few days. Sunday could see a bit of accumulation, will be minor just south of Dane County, but for next week, we're going to be watching for how much more snow we can get over the coming days, Mark.
All right, Julian, thank you. And Mr. Food is next. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Wisconsin. It's easy to take for granted how we warm up. But what if you couldn't warm up so easily? For many, it's a reality they can't ignore. Working families, elderly, disabled, and veterans struggling to keep their heat and power on in the dangerous cold of winter. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our energy, water, and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safe in your home. No one deserves to suffer when we can help each other.
Winter in Wisconsin means snow, blustering winds, and sub-zero temperatures. Will your insulation keep your home warm? Fry Construction can help. We're your roofing and insulation pros. We'll find cracks and air paths in your insulation that are letting in the icy cold and hindering your comfort. With our thermal imaging and our cutting-edge insulation techniques, your home will be warm and energy efficient for years to come. Visit fryconstruction.com today for your free thermal imaging consultation and save 23% on select insulation services.
Memories matter. This bend on Cox Hollow Lake was one of Dad's favorite fishing holes. Crest Funeral and Cremation Service helped us make sure he's never forgotten. Making it personal. It's how you heal. We are Crest. We truly believe your memories matter.
Lake Ridge may be a new name, but it isn't a new bank. It's one built on over a century of community commitment. One equipped with all the knowledge and resources of 145 collective years of experience. Monona Bank and State Bank of Cross Plains are coming together as one. As Lake Ridge Bank, we're doing more together for you.
He has his grandfather's smile.
Her mother's eyes.
My cheekbones.
But will she have my diabetes?
My sickle cell anemia.
His father's heart disease.
Go to joinallofus.org to share your health information and speed up health research breakthroughs. The future of health begins with you.
If you woke up this morning and had a hankering for Gouda or Swiss, it's no wonder, since today is National Cheese Lovers Day. Yes, an entire day devoted to every kind of cheese you can think of. Everything from the mildest ones to ones that are so potent, they'll knock your socks off. So to celebrate them, we're throwing together a bacon and cheese pie that'll make any cheese lover happy. The first thing we do is grate our cheese. Here I'm using Swiss and cheddar, but if you'd rather use Munster and Jarlsberg or Havarti and Colby Jack, that's fine. Half of this goes in a pie crust, and we top that with a generous amount of crumbled bacon and some chopped spinach. The rest of the cheese goes on, and we pour on some eggs beaten with half and half and a few seasonings. This goes into the oven for about 45 minutes, and once it sets, we let it cool slightly so it can firm up. Does this look cheesy, delicious, or what? If you're a cheese lover, you almost want to dive into it head first. And whether you call it quiche or bacon and cheese lover's pie, my guess is you'll be smiling from your first forkful to your last. And as always, you can find the recipe online. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found an easy, cheesy way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Here's Julian, one final check of the forecast.
Well, it'll be a nice weekend to enjoy some cheese as temperatures will stay rather normal into the upper 20s. And we do have an opportunity to see some snow from Saturday night to Sunday and plenty of it next week as well, Mark.
All right, Julian. Thank you. Thank you all for watching. Hope to see you back here at 4 o'clock. In the meantime, have a great afternoon.